Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to class. Today we are going to talk about conjunctions. If you can get my voice clearly, if you can see the slide that's titled Conjunctions, just give me a yes on the comments box so that I know that you're able to get the video and the audio, and we can get started and you're all ready. Okay, hi Vishu, welcome. I can see your comment already. I'm pretty sure most of you have heard of conjunctions at some point of time in your preparation. I'm sure you have some basic knowledge. So today we are going to check different types of conjunctions. Okay, hi Rohan, thank you for the confirmation. So when it comes to conjunctions, we are going to talk of different types of conjunctions today. So it might be a theoretical class. Okay, we might not be able to do a lot of Q&A or something of that sort, but the the different applications of conjunctions will help you to also do very well in your descriptive paper. Okay, so apart from just understanding how it's applied, if you know the different types of conjunctions, then your language will seem fancier. Okay, so instead of saying something in three separate small sentences, you will be able to play around with it. Okay, for example, let's take today's speech that our Prime Minister just said. Okay, he informed that India has been doing very well. We have to still extend the lockdown as a precautionary measure. Okay, two separate sentences. If you can combine them, it would sound better. You would say, although India has been coping up with the COVID-19 pandemic pretty well, PM Modi still decided to extend the lockdown as a precautionary measure. Okay, so in the same sentence, because I conveyed it in one sentence, were you able to notice the contrast more prominently when I said, though India has been doing very well, we are still going to extend the lockdown. Okay, whereas on the other hand, the first time I said India is doing very well, we have decided to extend the lockdown as a precautionary measure. Okay. Case one was simple two sentences. Case two, we had a single sentence, long sentence using though. So which one did you like? Which one sounded better to you? One with two simple sentences or two, the longer one with though? Which one did you like better? Which one sounded fancier? Tell me which one sounded better to your ears, which one sounded pleasing, stylish, both in terms of speaking and, of course, when you're going to write your different exams. Yeah, keep participating. All right. As you keep entering your comments on the box, you enter your views, you enter something you don't understand, you participate. You will understand more. You'll also have fun. Okay. So this 30-40 minute class will be fun, and when you have fun, you also remember. Okay. It'll be clear in your head. All of you are here. I know you're serious students. That's why you want to commit this time here to study. So why not utilize it to the fullest, right? So extract as much value out of these sessions and ensure that you're learning here itself. Why do you want to now go back and then study again the same concept if you can remember it right away? Right? Okay. 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 There you go. Let's begin. Okay. Now, what is a conjunction exactly? Very basic. What is a conjunction? Yeah. Okay. So some of you are saying first one. All right. Let us take more examples, and as we go forward, more clarity would be obtained. Yes, Bharat, Ashutosh, all of you found the second one, the one with though, to be better, fancier, longer, indicating contrast. Okay, good. Vishu K first is better to and easy to understand for common people. Yes, but when you're going to write your descriptive papers, when words are so precious to you, okay, when especially for Prezi writing, all these structures will help you. Okay, fine. Now, what is a conjunction? A conjunction simply joins two words, two sentences, two phrases. Okay, Raghu and Ram are good friends. Very easy. Okay, you're just going to you join Raghu and Ram here. Okay, I like mangoes, but I haven't eaten one for years. Okay, so you joined this sentence and you joined this sentence. Pretty easy. Okay, now, my father stood beside me. Now, you might think that, hey, this also joins this and this, so we should call beside also a conjunction, right? What do you think beside is? What type of which part of speech is beside? Who can tell me? Just take a guess. Good morning, Shweta. Welcome to class. Rohan, Vishu, Bharat, Siladitya. Okay, Ashutosh. Okay, Keshav. Good morning. Okay. What kind of a word is this? This is a preposition. Okay, a preposition adds a little more value, right? So when I said my father stood beside me, okay, so it creates a picture in your head that hey, my father is probably standing right here. Okay, so beside me, next to me. Okay, it adds more value. Conjunction is more simple in nature. Okay, conjunction simply joins. All right, so that it can reduce the number of words. Instead of saying I like mangoes, but then you have to put a full stop and say I have not eaten a mango for years. Okay, instead of sounding redundant, you're simply using it in one sentence. Good, Bharat. Okay, now first let us talk about something called coordinating conjunction. Okay, now more than these terminologies, you just understand the application of different conjunctions that will help you. Okay. Now, what are fanboys? Okay, it's very easy to remember. Fanboys. Okay, FANBOYS. Number one, we have a lot to cover today, in fact. Okay. Now, fanboys, FANBOYS, is for and nor but or yet so. Simple words, okay? But remember, you have to use them as a conjunction. Now look at this, for, okay? Now, the company did not work today, for it was their foundation day. So when I say this, I mean because it is their foundation day. I'm giving some reason, right? Whereas, if I, and one more thing is, you will also have a little comma, okay, just before that, okay? You can use for different various other reasons. It can also act as a preposition. Here, you're using it to indicate reason. Number one. Second is and. Very simple. I think all of you know this application, okay? Just used to add two words, two clauses, phrases, sentences. I like to eat biscuits and drink milk. Simple. Okay. Remember, if you want to use a negation, you can avoid and. You have something called but for that. We are going to use that. I like to eat chocolates and not milk. Not advisable to use it like this. You can simply use but. I will come to that. Okay. Mayam can as also be used. As also, yes. So that's also a connector. Okay. So conjunctions are basically connectors. These are all one word connectors. You can also use also, additionally, okay, in addition, moreover, these are also connectors, but not conjunctions because they cannot form right in the middle of the sentence, right? Okay, now there is some confusion as to can we use and to start sentences, all right? So it is allowed if you want if to start sentences with and, but remember, but that it should be a complete sentence after that. So if you're starting a new sentence, it has to be a complete one. You cannot leave it hanging. Yes, all of you agree that the moment I start any sentence, I cannot leave it hanging. Okay, so I cannot say something like, "Do I like chocolates?" I cannot put a full stop there, right? I have to continue. Similarly, whenever I'm using and, I have to make a full sentence. I cannot say I like to eat chocolates, full stop, and comma ice creams. That is incorrect. Okay? But if I say I like to eat chocolates, full stop, and I enjoy ice cream during the summer, this is acceptable. Alright? Is this clear? Tell me, is this clear? Did you understand? It's very basic. Okay, I'm pretty sure most of you know it. Did you all understand? Just give me a yes on the comments box or an understood on the comments box. Yeah? Okay. Okay. Alright. Next is nor. Now, nor is used for two negatives. Okay? So I am not going to school nor college. Okay? So you're neither going to school nor you're going to college. Okay? But some students think that I can use nor only with neither. So that's not the case. It's not neither x nor y. It's not necessarily like that. You can also have not x nor y. That is also allowed. It has to be a double negative. Simple. Okay. So you cannot use it like this. I like chocolates nor ice cream. You cannot use it like that. Okay. Good. Now remember this. These are a few areas where the exam setters will like to trick you. Okay. So I like chocolates nor ice creams. They'll tell you find the error. Okay. Now this is a very simple sentence, but this is a type of an error that you can get. Okay, nor is being used without a negative in the previous clause. Simple. Okay. Neither nor is also correct. Not and then you putting a nor is also okay. Good. Pooja, Rohan, Mahalakshmi, Ashutosh, Shashanka, Vishu, Bharat. Okay. Bharat, generally don't see commas in new articles in the Hindu. Commas after and. Is that what you're saying, Bharat? Okay. Let's keep moving. Now we are talking about but. Okay. You're using but to indicate a contrast. Okay. I'm 100% sure that all of you know this word. Yes. Just give me yes. This is and, but, for, all these are very common. Okay. When you say but, okay, it means to indicate a contrast. This pen writes well, but leaks from the top. Alright, so there's a contrast. I'm saying it writes well, so I'm talking about something positive. But then I'm introducing a negative here. Okay. Now, there are certain other usages of but, like to say except. Okay. All mobile phones produced in India are great, but then put some brand there. Okay, okay. But for Vivo, all other brands are great. Okay, which means that except that brand, all the others are great. Just an example. Okay, no offense to all the Vivo users. Okay. All right. Next, we are using or. Now, or is used to indicate alternatives. Okay. Very simple one. You can go to the restaurant or watch television. So pick a choice. Okay. That's how it is. Now, I don't want to confuse you with the incorrect one. Okay, good. Vishu, Bharat, Ashutosh, Rohan. Very nice. Okay, others keep participating. Okay, it will be fun. It will be fun when you participate. Okay, next is yet. Okay, yet means still. See, I like mangoes, yet I did not eat them. And still I did not eat them. Okay, in spite of that, I did not eat them. My mother was angry, yet understanding of my inability. So are you able to see another contrast here again with still? So what's the correct course of action? So if you like mangoes, you should have eaten them, but you did not. Okay, so that's the contrast. So the contrast here is based on the meaning. Yes, did you understand that? The contrast is the meaning here. Okay, so you cannot get a lot of clues or based on certain rules that if there is this word, I'll put some other word. It's not like that. It's purely by the meaning. Did you get it? Give me a yes, no on the box if you got this. Let's keep moving. Now we're going to talk about so. Now the word so means as a result or therefore. Okay. Now how do we manage this? See, I cannot sit for long hours, so I tend to have a problem in practicing maths. Okay. It means as a result of that, so you cannot sit for long hours. Therefore, I tend to have a problem in practicing maths. Okay. Yeah. So I think Karan sir will not be very happy with this example. Okay. All right. So the maths faculty of IXAMB would not be happy if I give this example. Okay. But you should practice all subjects. Okay. Now, good. Vishu, Rohan, Pooja, Ashutosh. All right. Now let's move to certain advanced ones. Correlating conjunctions, correlative conjunctions. Okay, correlative conjunctions are very fancy to use. Now, when you use this in your writing, you sound very fancy. Okay, you sound like an advanced English user. Okay, so how do we use these to give that impression that yes, we have a very good command over English? Now, if you see a descriptive paper, you're scored on two counts. Who can tell me what are the two major parameters upon which you are evaluated in your English descriptive paper? Two major parameters. I'm just looking for two words, two exact words that you need to tell me. Good, Vishu, Rohan, Pooja, Ashutosh, Shweta, Shashanka, very good. All of you have understood. Sorry. It's very interesting. Two words. The two parameters upon which your descriptive paper is evaluated. And if you know these two, then you will be preparing according to that. Okay? Hmm. Okay, good. So Shweta says content and grammar. Good. Very close, Shweta. Very, very close. Yes, so Shweta, Ashutosh, you've got one aspect right. Bharat has got the other side. Okay, expression. So grammar, of course. Okay, so grammar is a subset of expression. So expression means how well are you able to say something that forms a vivid picture in anyone who's reading. Okay, how well your words flow, how connected are your essays, okay, how coherent it is. Okay, the idea should not be randomly coming up, right? Does your essay flow well? Are there proper examples, right? Do you have you used good words? Are you using the correct grammar? All of this comes into play. Okay, so that is where to improve our expression, we are going to use correlative conjunctions. Alright, now the same correlative conjunctions, now these are different structures. You can also see them in your relevance papers. Number one, both X and Y. So look at this. I like both Amy singing and John's dancing. Okay, in your paper, in your prelims paper, you can get I like both Amy singing as well as John's dancing. Now that's incorrect because it's wrong correlative conjunction pair. Okay, so know these structures well. Okay, this you have to memorize and use them correctly both in your written and your objective paper. Okay, both X and Y, just type both X and Y on the comments box. This will help you to remember. Okay, so in the traditional style, teachers used to ask students to write it down. So now in the digital world, teachers will ask you to type it down. Okay, so just type both X and Y. So when you type, you remember. Just type this quickly, both X and Y. Sorry. Yeah, good, good. Okay. Next is we are going to use something called, these are for comparisons. As X as Y. Okay, I'm directly showing you the correct sentences. I don't want to confuse you with too much information because we are going to do a lot of such structures. Okay. Yes, if both were not there, then you can use as well. Yes, Bharat. Okay, look at this. Ram is as tall as he is. Okay, whenever you use as X as Y, in case you now if you're using X as a subject, you should use Y also as a subject. Okay, Ram is as tall as he is. Okay, because now you are referring to Ram here, right? And you are comparing this person and Ram. So here Ram is the subject, so you will use your subject pronoun he. You will not say him. A lot of people use him. He is as tall as him. No, he is. You should use compare subject to subject. Good. Mahalakshmi, Ashutosh, Rohan, Shashanka, Vishu, Mayank, all of you who practiced the previous one. Good. Okay. Next, as X as Y. Now just type it down so that you remember as X as Y. As tall as he is. As smart as she is. Okay. Simple as X as Y. Just type it down. Let's ensure we remember everything as well as we proceed in the class. At least the important ones we'll type. Okay. Alright. Let's go ahead. Next is so X that Y. Okay. So X that Y means X is the cause, Y is the effect. Okay. Now we're going to go a little fast. Okay. I want all of you to play this with me. Keep typing as you see. Okay. Good. Rohan. Okay. So X that Y. It is so hot that I started feeling dizzy. Now what's the cause? What made you feel dizzy? The heat, right? So this is the cause. This is the effect. Now this you can very well use in your descriptive paper. You can play along well. Okay, good. The previous ones, Rohan, Vishu, Mahalakshmi, Ashutosh, Shashanka, Bharat, Mayank. Beautiful. Let's keep going. Let's maintain this tempo. So X that Y. Just type this down. So X that Y. Okay. X is the cause. Y is the effect. Now let's go. Next one. Next one is again used for contrast. Not X but Y. Okay. So you're indicating a preference. Okay. You're saying I would prefer not drinking coffee but eating breakfast. Okay. So clearly eating breakfast is way stronger a preference for you compared to drinking coffee. Okay. I would not do this but this. Okay. I would not practice verbs now but conjunctions. Okay. So say I want to do that, not this one. Okay. Alright, let's go. Now this is another very interesting one. Not only X but also Y. This is again a favorite in your error detection questions. You are now having both of them on the same level. Okay, look at this. I would prefer, it's a funny example. Okay, prefer marrying someone who is not only smart but also charming. Which means smart, charming, both are positive traits. So that's why I'm saying not only smart, also charming. Okay, you would not say who's not only a smoker but also charming in nature, right? So that's so in general, people see smoking as a negative trait when charming is a positive trait. You would not use it like that. So usually, what happens when people say not, okay, people think not, they assume that it's similar to not x but y. But here we are saying not only x but also y. This is both sides positive. Okay, is this clear? Just type this, not only X but also Y. Very good. I loving the tempo today. Keep going. Okay, good. Vishu, Rohan, Ashutosh, good job. Others, Pooja, Shashanka, Mahalakshmi, excellent. Okay, next is a very interesting one. Either X or Y. I'm pretty sure everyone has heard of this. Okay, but there is a subtle difference between X or Y and either X or Y. So if I ask you, hey, would you like tea or coffee? So if I ask you that, okay, technically, technically, can you still tell me both? Yes. If I ask you, hey, would you like to have tea or coffee? Can you still answer both? Well, it's not going to be a good experience that you're sipping tea and coffee. Okay, it's going to be a bit strange, but you can do it, right? Theoretically, you can still say yes. Okay, and the waiter can still serve you tea and coffee with you, coffee to you, right? But when you use either or, you're clearly saying you can pick only one. Okay? Okay? So would you like either tea or coffee is okay for me. So when I say that, I just want one. I don't want both. Okay? Now look at this. You would either be acquitted or be convicted in court. Now you can't be both, right? You can't be acquitted and convicted in court. Okay? So here either or works perfectly. The demarcation is very clear. Okay. Yes, either X or Y. Everyone type good. Vishu, Rohan, Ashutosh. Others, go ahead. Please type it for me so that you remember. Next. Next is whether X or Y. Okay. So whether X or Y, again, very similar, very similar to the previous one. I'm yet to decide on whether I should attend the show or stay at home. So again, you can pick only one. Yes, Bharat, very good. Exclusive. Okay. Now, next again, neither nor. This is something we discussed at the outset. I would prefer neither coffee nor tea. Now, what do I mean by this? When I say this, I would prefer neither coffee nor tea. What would I like to drink then? Oh, sorry about that. Ignore it, please. Yeah. Yeah. So, what do I mean by this? So, what do I want? When I say I would prefer neither coffee nor tea, what would I like to drink then? Okay, if I say I would prefer neither coffee nor tea, then what's my preference really? It's very simple, but I just want to ensure that everyone gets it. Good, good, yeah. Yes. So when I say neither coffee nor tea, I don't want any of them. Okay, I'm not going to drink coffee and I'm not going to drink tea. Okay, so don't get confused with or nor. You should not think of I'm eliminating one, so take the other. Nothing of that sort. Okay, I'm eliminating both. Okay, yeah, maybe you want something else. Maybe you want milk or Horlicks or something. Okay, okay. Now this is again. Now we come to the more. We come to the fancier ones. Though X yet Y. Now sometimes people eliminate yet, and that's okay. Okay. So if I say though he didn't study, he cleared the exam. Okay. Now you're indicating a contrast. So if he didn't study, well, he might. So the logical path is that he would not clear. Okay. But when I say though he didn't study, he cleared the exam, you're indicating a contrast. Okay, very simple. Okay, good. Vishu, you would like to drink soup. Okay, good. All right. Now let's take another set. Okay, we are coming to a second set. Very good that all of you are practicing with me. Good job. Okay, keep going. Now, such x as y. Okay, I want you to type this for me. Such x as y. Please type it because this is a little tricky. Okay, the difference in the such x as y is when I say such employees as Mohan are the future of this company, the scope is limited to Mohan alone. Okay, so I'm saying such employees as Mohan are the future. So I'm talking only about Mohan now. But when I say employees such as Mohan, now the scope is large. Okay, I'm saying in general there are a lot of good employees who are the future. Mohan is one of them. Okay, but when I say such influence as Mohan, my scope is sharper, limited. Okay, very important. Okay, good Bharat, very good sentence. Good. Let's keep going. Okay, good Ashutosh, all those who are participating, good job. Let's keep going. Okay, Shashanka, Rohan, Mahalakshmi. Okay, next is forgive me for too much text. Just check whatever I'm highlighting. No sooner X than Y. Okay, no sooner X than Y means X is an action that just started and Y immediately happened after that. Okay, it's a very fancy one. Please write it down. Look at this. No sooner had I started to study than my friends called me to play. Okay, so you just started to study, you just opened the book or the iExamB channel or anything of that, you just started to study that your friends told, hey, let's play a game. You can't maybe step out, maybe they called you for a game of PUBG or something. Okay, so that's what this structure means. Okay, very good, Bharat. Great. Mahalakshmi, Rohan, Shashank, Ashutosh, great job, great job. Okay, I hope this is clear. Nice fancy structure to use. Next is as many x as y. So when I say as many x as y, what I mean is just counting. Okay, I have as many coins as stars in the sky. Now, the only rule here, and again, this might come up in your objective paper error detection, is you can have only countable nouns. Okay, I cannot say I have as many milk as water in my house. Okay, both milk, water are uncountable. Right? Can you say one milk, two milk, three milk? You can't, right? You can say a liter of milk, 2 liters of milk, that's okay. But you can't say one milk, two milks, right? So they are uncountable. So remember, as many x as y, x and y are countable nouns. Good, Bharat. Very good. So good. I really like how you are practicing this, Bharat. You're also framing sentences. Good job. Okay. Others can also try if you want to. Others can also frame sentences. Okay. All right. Next we talk of hardly X when Y. Very similar to no sooner. Okay. Same structure. A different way of putting it. Now, in your essays, in your pressing, you should not repeat the same structure, right? So how will you then show that you have a good range of grammar and vocabulary? You use different ones. See, hardly had I arrived at the bus stop when my bus came. It means you just came to the bus stop and then the bus arrived. Good, Vishnu. As many wheat as rice, both are uncountable, Vishnu, but good try. Okay. So you can say I stopped as many bags of wheat as bags of rice. That's still permitted. Okay. Next, similar one. So this I'm going a bit fast because they are all similar. Hardly X when Y, scarcely X when Y. Means the same. Scarcely had the match started when it began to rain. Means that the match had just begun and then it started raining. Okay. So hardly X when Y, scarcely X when Y. Same usage. Now there is one more, barely X when Y. Okay. See, barely had I met him when he offered me a job. So you had just met him. Okay. Maybe a few days, maybe a few minutes, and then he offered you a job. Okay. So that's how you use all these three structures. Very fancy. Okay. Next. Now, this you will definitely have a chance in using it somewhere. The more X, the more Y. Okay, good, Vishu. I hardly go to the gym. Okay, I had hardly gone to the gym when I started feeling tired. Okay, so that's how you do it. Okay, don't worry, Vishu. Just keep practicing. Good. Okay. Next is the more X, the more Y. So this is just to show positive correlation. Means you're increasing X, you're increasing Y. Okay. See, the more I got to know him, the more I hated him. Okay, so say you have someone who is a, a pretty annoying, who has a pretty annoying character. Okay, so you would say the more I got to know him, the more I hated. Okay, yeah, just type this one. The more X, the more Y. It's very interesting. Next, the more X, the less Y. Opposite. Okay, if you have to indicate the same meaning, okay, you know a person whom you hate a lot, okay, whom you detest completely. So how are you going to frame this? You're going to say the more I got to know him, the less I liked him. Okay, instead of saying the more X, the more Y, you're now going to say the more X, the less Y. That's all. Okay, some more now. In fact, a lot more. Okay, These are simple ones. Now this you don't have to type because these are all one words. Just listen so that you're able to understand. First one is because. Now you use the word because to indicate some reason. Yes, very good, Vishu. The more I learn to swim, the more I enjoy it. Excellent. See, very good. See, practice. See how you developed it and how you cracked it. Great job. Okay. Now, next, the more I watch web series, the more I get addicted. Yes, my own story of everyone's life these days. Okay. More successful become, more relatives you will have. Okay, okay, good, but grammatically you're approaching it correctly, Rohan. I think, but your idea is probably a bit complex. Okay, all right. Now, because reasoning, since is also reasoning. So usually we use since to indicate an event that started in the past, right? For example, you can say that we have been under lockdown since late March, okay, or something like that. But here you can also use since to indicate reason. Okay, since I am sick. Next, although. Now this is very important, most commonly used. Although I was happy, I was crying. Okay, so usually when you're happy, you don't cry, right? So it's a contrast. Although I was happy, I was crying. Okay, so it's strange. Next, even though. Now, even though I was sick, I went to work. So if you're sick, ideally you shouldn't go to work. But then, even though I was sick, I went to work. Contrast. Next, though I had prepared well, I could not clear the test. Okay, so we are now discussing although versus even though versus though. What's the difference amongst these three words? What's the difference amongst these three words? Very good, Mayank. See, very highly relevant sentence, Mayank. The more we stay in lockdown, the less are the chances of getting infected. So nice, highly relevant. Good job. Okay. Now, although, even though, though, we're talking about these three words. Uh, is there any difference amongst the three? Okay. Now, there is no difference. Okay, so use it as you want to. So remember to space it. So if you've used although earlier, use even though. If you use even though somewhere, use though. Okay, mix it around. Okay, now some time related. Now this all of you would know. You can just listen to it. Is the word after. You use after to indicate time. So this happened first, and then this happened. I put my daughter to sleep after she had dinner. So she had dinner first, and then she slept. Okay, so after, I'm pretty sure all of you know this. As soon as. As soon as means that the first part got completed. Okay, immediately after this. So this one got over first. I was ready with the preparation. I wrote my exam as soon as I was ready with the preparation. So you got ready first, and then immediately after that, you took the exam as soon as. Okay. Next, by the time. So by the time is an interesting one. So you say by the time X, Y means that before X gets over, okay, Y happens. So by the time the sun had risen, I woke up. Okay, so by the time this activity got completed, this activity got completed. Okay, as long as, I'm sorry, I'm going a bit fast here. As long as means you can play with your friends as long as you return on time. So it's a condition, something that our parents might have used on us. Okay, so you can play with your friends as long as you return on time means you have to satisfy this condition. Only then this condition can apply. Okay, so you can now play around with it and use it in the relevant context. Okay, so how about today's speech that PM Modi just came in front of us and delivered? He said that the rules will be relaxed as long as that particular area follows the lockdown religiously. Yes, the rules can be relaxed post 20th April as long as the rules are followed diligently until then. Yes, did you all notice this? How we can change this into a relevant context and express? Just give me a quick yes if you're able to understand how these simple words. Okay, these simple ones are for you to understand, but then now you have to also implement it to tougher ones, the ones that are relevant to from the exam point of view. Okay, just give me a quick yes if you're able to understand. Now, next we're talking about while. I will say while. Okay, when we want to indicate that a second action is being carried out, okay, as the first action is going on. So while going to work, I study. Now, what do I mean by this? This action is ongoing, and as this is ongoing, you study. Okay, so during this process, you're doing something else. Okay, now that's clear. pretty easy. Okay, but again, you can use this a lot. Now, next, a couple of easy ones. If, even, if. Well, these are, so we'll do in case. Okay, I don't want to complicate it too much. Next, we are talking about in case. Now, in case means the doors can be opened in case of an emergency. I'm pretty sure all of you have heard this. In case of an emergency means if that situation arises. So, if the situation arises, then this can be done. Okay, now assuming that, this is again you can use widely. If I say assuming that you don't know whether this is true or not, okay, you're just making an assumption or a guess. I'm going to college today assuming that it will be open, okay, it means you're just taking a guess, okay, you don't know for sure. While sleeping is not very much, okay, Vishu, okay. All right. Provided that. Now, provided that I will take admission to this college, provided that it has a good internship program. So again, a condition. If this condition is satisfied, only then this one. We discussed one more such condition-based conjunction. Can anyone tell me? I will take admission to this college, provided that it has a good internship program. We discussed this 5-10 minutes ago. Let me see who can catch it. So basically, I'm asking for a replacement for provided that. A replacement for provided that. Who can think about it and tell me what other conjunction can I use as a condition? I'm pretty sure most of you know it. You can even maybe suggest something that we have not discussed today, something that you've heard. I will take admission to this college, dash, it has a good internship program. Yes, sometimes, yes, the word that can also be eliminated. I will take admission to this college provided it has a good. Ashutosh says if. I will take admission to this college if it has a good internship program. Yes, Ashutosh, you're right. You can replace it by if. Okay, no one else? That's strange. Okay. You can also use as long as, right? You can also say I will take admission to this college as long as, yes. Correct. Okay. Oh, Shashanka has replied. Good. Yes, Shashanka. Okay, as long as it has a good internship program. Okay, good. Good job. Okay. Whereas is different. Okay, whereas is used for contrast. Here we want to indicate condition. Okay, but good try, Raj. Okay. Only if, yes, my, only if it's stronger. Okay, good. Okay, now we are talking of unless. Now, what is unless? Unless is used when the second part is unknown. Okay, look at this. Sorry, India will win the game unless they play badly. Okay, unless they play badly, so you don't know whether that's going to happen or not. Okay, but if that happens, then this will not happen. All right. So India will win the game unless they play badly. Okay. So India is going to win the game for sure, but in what situation will they not win? And that is if they play badly. So that's how you use unless. Okay. Good. Others, all those who gave the answers to the previous one, Mayank, Shweta, Vishu. Okay. As though. Now, as though is again a replacement of if and is used for assumption. He spoke to me as though he were my friend. Okay, so when I say he spoke to me as though he were my friend means, okay, assuming that he were my friend. Okay, it's not true, but then it's hypothetical here. Okay, conditional statement. Okay, next is how. Now these are very simple ones, indicating manner. My mother taught me how to play chess. Okay, so indicating the manner of how you should play chess. Last one, as if, again, all these are very similar ones that you can use interchangeably, okay, for expressing contrast, for expressing conditions, assumptions, as if, okay. The antagonist in the movie spoke to others as if he were everyone's friend, okay, as though he were everyone's friend means an assumption, but not very, not true, okay, not true, but assuming. Okay, so I know I kind of bombarded you with a lot of conjunctions today. Okay, so as we part ways, let's do a quick recap. And in this recap, I want you to select any four good idiom structures that you like, and I want you to type it. Okay, it can be any structure, neither nor, either or, not only but also, not x but y, the more x, the more y, the more, the less, okay, as if, as though, anything that you remember, any four I want you to type in the comments box, okay, any four. Now, as you type, I have a couple of things to say to you. Number one, it's a very cool update, and that is that there is a new YouTube channel now called Bank B as well for all banking exams. Okay, for all PO exams. So definitely go to that, subscribe to it because there is a lot of relevant lessons coming to you relating to bank exams. So do subscribe to that for sure. Okay. The second one is all those who have not gone to the iExamB website, please go to them because there are lots of mock tests, free resources that you can use, certain other advanced courses also that you can explore if you wish to enroll and accelerate your prep. Okay, and finally, I want one more help from you, and that is I want you to take the test. Okay, so we have a test along with this particular live session. Just check the description and take the test. That's very important because when you listen to these lessons, it's probably fun, right? Because you're talking to someone else, you're interacting, it's nice. But our objective is to remember it, to use it in the exam. Okay, so put yourself in the exam format, check out the quiz, see how much you've scored. And if you've scored less, it's good because that gives you an opportunity to learn. Okay, so take the test for sure. Okay, it's my request. Please take the test. Okay, Mayank, very good. Mayank remembers unless, Rishu as though, Bharat. Okay, yeah, thank you, Bharat. Unless Shashanka, Raj, good, you subscribe already. Good, Mayank has said four. See, even though, as long as, neither nor, unless. Who else remembers? Who else remembers any four? Anything? Okay, out of fanboys, out of all this, just type four and give me some structures as well. See how Mayank has given neither nor. Similarly, go ahead, give me a structure and then we'll wrap it up. But I want you to remember, that's why I'm asking you this. Sorry. Very easy. Good, Ashutosh. Both x and y. So x and y. Very nice. You remember that. Not x but y. Not only x but also y. Excellent, Ashutosh. Great. Okay. Great, Bharat. Do take it. Okay. All right, I'm just going to maybe wait for another 15 seconds to see who else remembers and who can give me. Good, Shashanka. Although the more X, the less. Very good, Shashanka. Neither nor, as long as. Very nice, you remember them. Okay, Raj. For and not but or yet so. Very good. You remember fanboys. Good, Raj. Okay, great. See, so if you've just done the session and you're able to remember so much. Bharat, assuming that either or, but, and, as well. Very good. So you've just done the session and you remember it. So it's time to reinforce it, okay, into your muscle memory. Do check the test, do the test, and you can of course refer to the recording. Yes, Shashanka, you can use because and since interchangeably. Only the word since has other applications too. Okay. All right. Okay, then that's about it. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining the session, and thank you so much for participating so actively. Okay, because you participate, other students are able to learn. You are able to learn it as well. Makes the experience better. Okay. Okay. Thanks, Vishu. Okay. Good, Shweta. Such X as Y. No sooner, hardly X. Mahalakshmi. Because since after X, so great. The more X, more Y. Good, Shweta. Very nice. Okay. Raj, one more. Because if, unless, though, unless, as. Great job, everyone. Thank you so much again for attending. Take care, stay safe, and don't lose the momentum. Keep practicing. Okay. Bye bye.